everyone, we're back with a little speed build. This is me renovating the hospital. Woo! Long time await because I've been wanting to do the hospital for so long, and I was finally like, do you know what? I have time to do it. I have time to renovate this hospital, and I'm gonna do it. So yeah, just a little disclaimer: this build did take 5 hours. Um, and it also decided not to save at one point, and I had to go back and redo some stuff. So that was quite annoying, probably why it ended up taking as long as it did. But yeah, it's a pretty big build. There was a lot of stuff I had to make sure I added. Of course, if you have the Get to Work pack, then you have access to the hospital lot, and the hospital lot is great for Get to Work. I really enjoy it. I don't think that the one that was in the game was bad. I really don't. I think that the way they made it so open was great, and I love that because it's so easy to access everything. It's easy to get to places. You're not struggling with your Sims like being in the way and stuff. So really good, but I really just wanted to make it look cuter. I wanted to make it look prettier and just nicer overall. So yeah, this isn't me making it easier. This is just me making it look nicer. The actual build was okay as it was. I just like to do things up. So this is the shape I decided to go for, and I honestly just wanted to do something different. I didn't want to do a big like block building. I wanted there to be a little something. I decided to add a box above the entranceway, and I really like how it looks. I didn't know if it would make it look weird because maybe you can't see the build as well. But when you're looking at it dead on, it looks really nice and it makes sense. And also I needed somewhere to put the logo, and I thought it would make sense to put the logo up there. So yeah, I like it. Looks very cute. This place, I went for a modern vibe. Now, if you know me, modern is not my thing. Me and modern, we don't get along. I'm not good. I don't understand how to make things modern. So, had a lot of people in my chat helping me, and I really appreciate it. We got some really good suggestions, and that's honestly how this place ended up looking as good as it did. To me, modern is adding a lot of windows. So naturally, I added a lot of windows. And we had a lot of plants as well. I thought plants was a good idea. So as you can see through the little windows at the front there, we have a sort of, it's like a, what's that word? Like greenhouse, small, tiny greenhouse, little forestry area, and then I put a load of plants outside. Now, this was really annoying me, the fact that it was snowing. I tried to change the season, which worked. I tried to change the weather, which worked, but for some reason the snow wouldn't go away and it just stayed. And it was really annoying, and the flowers wouldn't bloom because, of course, there's snow. So yeah, hopefully the snow isn't too off-putting. Um, because of the snow, I ended up forgetting to fix the outside paving. So the outside terrain is not very good, and I'm going to fix it before I upload it to the gallery. Don't worry, I didn't upload this to the gallery yet, but once I fix that, then I will. So this is me doing the main reception, and I actually really like how this room ended up. I wasn't sure if it was kind of awkward with where I put the door and where the other door was, and I didn't know if it looked weird. But I found this rug. I didn't even know this rug had this many swatches, and I was loving it. Um, I didn't know what to do for floors. So a lot of the floors end up looking really basic and bright, but I thought bright floors in modern, that, again, that's how I associate modern, sort of lighter colours. To me, modern's like black and white windows. So I was trying not to add my brown flooring, which I would normally do because I love the look of brown floors and like brown furniture. But I was trying to stay away from that. I was trying to kind of step out of my comfort zone and do something different. So yeah, I mean, this build isn't completely modern. It was kind of just done the best with what I had. And, I had people helping me in chat, as I said. So that was really helpful. I added a little waiting area, which I thought this is actually a really good idea, and it was really good that I'd done this because I didn't add a waiting area anywhere else. And hospitals have waiting areas, and I just didn't add one except for this little area here. But yeah, I think it looks good. I think You know, it works. The place looks cute. As I said, I wasn't trying to make it completely functional. I want it to be functional, but I wasn't trying to up the function of it because it was already really functional and I just wanted to make it look nicer. So that was my job. My job was not to make things be easier. I also ended up locking all the patients into that room because they were already in there and they're so scary. They're just standing there like statues, like zombies. And then eventually, when I clicked live mode, they were just walking like zombies and it just didn't get any better. They were freaking me out. So they were probably wondering where I put their beds since I decided to take everything out. My bad. You know, I had their best interest in hand, in my head. They're a bit at heart. That's the word. Okay, so I decided to put a cafe here, which doesn't need to be here, no, but I thought most restaurants, this is not a restaurant, this is a hospital. Most hospitals have cafes, because people who are visiting like to eat. I know, right? Audacity, wanting to eat when, you know, their family is ill. But yeah, most of them have little cafes. So I put in a little cafe and it's right next to the waiting area slash reception, which looks pretty nice. And I did a bunch of rugs because if you haven't noticed, I really like rugs. Rugs pull my builds together. You know, I look at my builds, I go, add a rug, and now I'm loving it. Looks great. So I actually had a viewer say to me that it would be a good idea to add menus in this part, and I'd never even thought about adding a menu, and it ended up looking great. I really like how the menus look above the little stand, and I wasn't sure if it was kind of dumb to have the cafeteria food like from the school inside a hospital, but I'd say hospitals and schools sell very similar food. You know, the kind of gross kind, so it made sense. Now, this is the most tedious process ever, this part, and you're going to be so happy it's sped up. I added a bunch of shelves and then I put all of the little cuddly toys, and this is meant to be a gift shop area. So if you want to buy a little toy and bring it to the babies being born or the patients that are ill, I thought this was kind of like a cute idea. So I just added a bunch of toys and just lined them up. Lining them up was really annoying, but we got there, and I added some big ones at the bottom. I didn't even know this bunny existed because it's always like locked, and obviously it was unlocked. So yeah, it's there, and it's so freaking cute. It's got polka dots. It's lovely. It's so nice. And then I did a little cash register, which you're meant to just pretend at this point that someone is working the cash register because that's probably something that won't happen. Yeah, these windows were really stressing me out because I was copying the exact window and it was saying that it was thinner than the other ones, and it was really confusing me. I didn't know if it was just like a visual error or if it was actually the game. But the game glitching, like honestly, it's not a reach. The game doesn't know how to not glitch, so yeah. I also didn't know what else to add in here, so I put in some clothes racks and I thought it was pretty cute. Added little windows, added little pictures and a little vending machine, and I really like this room. I'm glad it's in there because it makes the outside look so nice. It makes the outside look bright and fun because all the colours of the toys, you can see them through the window, and it just looks good and I like it. Okay, now, as I was saying before, I love that in the original EA build they had it so open because it made it so easy to access everything. So I made it very, very clear to myself that I wanted it to be open. I didn't want that to change. And I also added a bunch of toilets in case, you know, someone was in the toilet and I couldn't use it. I mean, there's not usually that many people in the hospital, but I don't know. I had a lot of space, so I thought, may as well. And I am hoping I added everything that I needed. I made sure to keep everything out at the start that I thought was mandatory for the build, and then I put them all in. So I think we do have everything. At the end, I ended up playing through just to make sure that everything was functional, everything worked, and it seemed to work pretty well. So I was happy with it. If anything needs added, then I'll go through and add it. But yeah, so I made sure to keep this main bit open, and I added a little cafeteria because if you don't remember, in the original build there is a little cafeteria that you can sit and eat your food at, and I thought may as well add that. That way, if your Sim's hungry, they can go, they can get food, and they can eat it there. It's just got a sink and a microwave and a little fridge thing. uh, so I don't know. I thought that was a good idea. Now this is me looking through debug for fucking ever because I couldn't find the X-ray bed. So this is me going on, and this was another suggestion from a viewer. So thank you so much. I went through and I looked for the gallery, and I ended up finding a room which contained those beds. But for some reason, the beds were nowhere to be seen. They weren't in debug. They weren't anywhere. I couldn't find them. It was really annoying. It was really, really annoying. But yeah, we got there. I ended up adding some computers. I did three. I thought this was a good idea. And yes, that one is pink and it's a little gaming setup, okay? I thought my build, I'm gonna put a little gaming setup in there. And that's what I've done. So yeah. This was me adding the floor. Which I really liked. I really liked how the floor turned out. It's like nice and blue. And I was hating that there was no colour. So the back three rooms are nice pastel colours. I slowed this bit down so that we can have a little overview because it's really hard to look at when it's so fast. So we've got a yellow room, pink room, and a purple room. And at the front here, we've got our little reception, our cafe, and then our gift shop. And then at the side, we have the toilets. And then we've got the a little kitchen which you can just eat at. And then I added the machines to the hallway because they're very easily accessible. It doesn't need a chair. So it was perfect. Now this is where life went downhill and the Sims decided, you know what? I hate you. Because the game crashed and it was so annoying. So I started doing the upstairs and this, the game ended up crashing just about here. It just kept loading forever. It was never going to stop loading. I even left it for 5 minutes. So I went back, I fixed it all, cut that bit out for you, and this is us back at the top. Now, the idea for the top room, which is this, was just to add a little cafe in case you want to eat with your colleagues. This is something that you do not need to access. If you do not want to go up and get a drink, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like you're doing the get to work, so there's a lot of things you have to do, and this is not something you have to do. This is just something that I added in, and I thought it was cute. And I also put it upstairs because it's out of the way of everything, so it's not going to get in your way. And also, it's really annoying when you have to go upstairs and get to work situations because you're going upstairs, you're going downstairs. It's the same with the high school pack. That's why they don't really put things upstairs. So I tried to just keep it out of the way, and that's an optional thing. You can go up if you wanna, you don't have to. But yeah, this is what the build ended up looking like, and I really liked it. I've slowed it down again just so you can have a little overview of it, but I love it. I kept all of the rooms on the outside dark, just inaccessible because I didn't want to add too many rooms. Leveled up my logic skill. I just didn't even mean to do that, but there you go. And then I done the roof. And for the roof, I just done black and white. As I said, modern to me is black and white and windows. So yeah, this is what it ended up looking like, and I love it. I really, really like it. I don't know. It's not the most modern. As I said, I'm not the best at making modern builds, but I'd done what I could. It did take 5 hours, so by the end I was shattered. So no wonder I forgot to fix the terrain on the floor, which is really annoying. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna fix it and I'm gonna upload it to gallery. So feel free to download it if you would like. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun with this build. It was long overdue. It's something I wanted to do for ages, and I'm so glad it turned out the way it turned out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.